Welcome to Arcade Sunday. In this episode we're going to be covering the fourth and final stage of the Neo-Geo cabinet restoration project, or should I say resurrection project. I'm going to show off some of the compromises I had to make in the interim until some spares arrive. For now it's totally up and running and totally usable. I look forward to having it back in my arcade, even for a short while. Stay tuned. It's Arcade Sunday. Alright, so the 1 week of work has finally culminated into a working Neo-Geo system again for me. I've just used my 115-1 multi-cart for now, just so that I can play as many games as possible on here without messing around too much with the cabinet. Yeah, the adjustment went quite well. The monitor looks pretty decent. It's never going to get any better, unfortunately, just due to the chassis that I'm using is a real rubbish Chinese chassis. I've only got one left, unfortunately, but I will be ordering some better ones at some point, hopefully. Yeah, the control panels all hooked up correctly, all 4 buttons work, 1 select and 2 also work. The only problem I actually have with this cabinet now is the coin mech. As mentioned in the previous video, the coin mech, I think I'd burned out some traces on the controller board for the coin mech, so I tried to repair it, couldn't do it, and we'll have to order a little component to try and fix it. So in the meantime I've just got a button. The other thing I had to do was power the PC speakers. Can't really close the back door yet because the main power cable actually hangs out the back of the cabinet for now. Something that I'm going to have to look at in the near future. So it is actually Sunday tonight, so let's power up the arcade and see how this machine works out. Well, this is the end result of all the restoration or the resurrection work on this Neo-Geo cabinet. I thought I would give it a bit of a gameplay and just sort of do some slight comparisons. It's actually one of the reasons that I started on this project was to compare the original hardware to emulated hardware. So this is going to be a very interesting test as far as I'm concerned. Okay, firstly, one of the major differences between the two machines physically is obviously these are leaf switched joysticks, and these are more modern bat style micro switch joysticks. I think that I'll be able to tell the difference between the two machines. I'm pretty good at judging the latency and the speed of input, etc. Let's put these machines up against each other and see what happens. Okay, so for this part of the video I'm actually putting the controls into the shots here, so we can actually see if we can see anything between input lag, etc. It might not be the best shot, but I think it will show off something maybe to the viewer. I don't know if it's going to be true or not, but either way I'm going to try it out anyway. It's pretty much here in place. I'll play 1 coin of this, so I'll do the same game. So I'll do the same on both machines. I'm going to play 1 credit and play Cindy Ellen, and I will play through 2 bosses. How about that? So, doop doop doop. 1 coin. Let's try that here. Cindy Ellen. I'll be watching you. Right, so we're going to be doing the same test on both machines, just same stage, same character, 2 bosses, that's it. And I think it'll be enough to give me some information about how good or how bad or how accurate or inaccurate the emulation is versus the original arcade version. This could be pretty fun, and it's really something that I've been very interested in, especially with the likes of Mr. project coming along quite nicely. I think I'm really liking the idea of setting up a proper Mr. project, nice point set and Flusat. And yeah, so this is basically a precursor possibly to that scenario versus my current emulation status, which again has worked out very well for me. I believe Groovy Arcade emulates the games very, very, very well. I don't really see much or too many issues around the emulation. So again, I might be horribly mistaken, hence this test. So yeah. Okay, so straightforward first pass, not difficult at all, quite straightforward. That's it. We have to say the USA is in good hands. Very funny. The first thing you do is shoot down the Statue of Liberty for a power up. So yeah, that's pretty funny. I've always laughed at that. Anyway. So shoot down these the very expensive looking banking tiles. Now I'm not taking that P, you'll see it's floating around the screen. I'm actually going to give it a bit of a break. I'll pick it up just now, maybe now. Okay. The reason for that is that this game does feature a diminishing effect on the power up. So in other words, once you get a power up, you're not necessarily always going to stay at level 1, level 2. It kind of like times out. It's a very strange power-up system. In fact, I've never seen this in any other game where your power-up times out. So you need to get that one, and then that other one's going to roll for a little bit. The longer you can keep the power up, in other words, without, okay, the boss will be coming up. So I'm going to leave it as long as possible. Okay. Good. Oh. Okay, nice. Straightforward. Easy boss. Oh my gosh. Silly. So I can use a bomb to get out of there. And maybe one more bomb just to finish it off. So okay, so that's 2 stages, and I know what I'm doing. Don't get cocky, Cindy. Okay, so I'm going to end it there. This is the bonus station. I'll just not play here. And then I'm going to go over to the emulated machine and see what we can see, or if I can feel anything different, I will be sure to note it here. Right. Alright, we're going to move on over to the other cabinet. So if you've got the feature of my camera stand holder, but I'm just going to do the same angle just to be fair on the control system. Alright, so it's exactly the same test, the same camera angle. I hope that's about right. Right, okay, let's put it quiet, and yeah, we do on this version. Okay, right. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to choose. Okay, something you're going to notice straight away is that the picture quality on this machine is way better, because, yeah, this is like a brand new CRT TV screen in here, so it does look way sharper than the actual Neo-Geo cabinet. Anyway, that's a small side note. I'll be watching you. Okay, let's go. Okay. I suppose so far the main thing I notice is obviously the control is different. I'm playing with a leaf switched joystick here as opposed to that nice bat style micro switch. However, again, that being said, this control I really do love these leaf controls. They're very small throw, very low, tiny little joysticks just pop out of the control panel, and they really feel good. Like the movement is just so good, actually. Like the roll. You can do like Street Fighter stuff with this quite easily. You can do, like a lot of the Neo Geo games, movements quite well. Like roll forward, half, quarter forward, whatever you want to call them. Those kind of moves, all very easy with this short throw, small joystick. So as far as let's just see. So I think whoa, gotcha. Okay, ended up at a bit of a lower power state here because I took the one power up too early, but so it'll take a little bit longer to finish this boss than the last one, but yeah, it's okay. Okay, good. Very, very tough to tell. Very, very difficult to say. Okay, so we're going to Tarzan. Okay, so yeah, we're not going to USA like we did in the first game, so I don't know why that is. It's just the levels do change up in this game. So I'm going to try and again like leave that P for later. Don't pick it up immediately because the power diminishes too much, and then it kind of runs out if you would. So when I need it, I will take it. So hopefully it will be very soon. I think around about now, I will take it. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's a very unknown strategy in this game. I don't think many people know the strategy on those power-ups. I actually only really figured it out myself in the last year or so. So yeah, so it's probably. Okay, I used a bomb there last time too. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, whatever. I used it. Fun. Let's get him out of the way. Okay, I'll leave the P rolling a bit. Okay, boss is coming. Right, so let's just get past this boss, and then we'll stop the game, and then we'll throw a bomb in there for fun. Take that. Take that. Gee, this guy said it takes a lot of hits, but yeah, it's alright, and there's it. Well, don't get cocky, Cindy. Gotta love this sideline. Okay, so again, as on the other machine, I'm not going to continue playing, I'm just going to let it kill itself here. And honestly, it's very, very hard for me to say, actually. I do believe the micro-switch joysticks have a major feeling input, or a major feeling difference between the two machines, but as far as the game is concerned, I'm really battling to see any input lag between the original and the emulation. I can't really even tell you whether there is any. That's how close it is. Very, very hard to say. Okay, so let's play one other game, which is going to be a good test, I think, of the input lag or lack thereof, or emulation problems or lack thereof. Let's do that. Alright, so I'm going to try and start both games exactly at the same time. I'm ready to do that, so let's try. This is Pulse Star, a very, very good looking game, as you can see. So it's going to just go between the two machines. Beautiful graphics. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This animation is absolutely amazing. Anyway, so I'm going to have a game on the under emulation, under Groovy Arcade, and then I'm going to have a game under the original machine. Just the first stage I think will be good enough to tell. Okay, let's put one coin and let's see how it feels, how the play feel is. Okay, so let's go straight on. It's an interesting option. I'm not sure if that's in the original too, but yeah, on the emulated version you can choose what stage you start on. Now, obviously, as you know, Neo-Geo fans out there will know that Blazing Star is the next game in this series of games, and Blazing Star is actually very, very good. Excellent shoot 'em up. This is very good, and it shows a lot of very interesting graphical effects, like that one you just saw. A couple of very interesting sort of pre-rendered style graphics in the background and stuff. Very, very nice looking game too. Blazing Star, however, I believe maybe a better game overall, but they both have their charm, of course. So I'm just gonna collect some power-ups. Okay, S, speed up. Let's kill that thing out. All good. Okay, gotta kind of get in there fast. Now with... There you go. Nice. That's enough of him. Oh, that was close. Okay, I got a good speed up there, and I got this big looking at me. Oh no! Oh, what happened? Not sure. Anyway, so this is basically the first boss, I believe, and it was easy. Mid-level boss, sorry, not first boss. Get past it either by destroying it or by... come on. Yeah, either by destroying it or by just timing your way through it and getting out of there. Yeah. Okay, so this game, much like Blazing Star's got a charge type thing, much like R-Type Leo, etc., where you hold down the fire button and you're gonna release a charge. This graphic's so cool. That was it. Yeah. Okay, so not really too much of a challenging boss here. Except when they do that to you. The demo mode or track mode playing in the background here on the original machine is quite interesting. It reminds me of back in the day when there was some arcades with like 2 or 3 of the same machine. Sometimes not next to each other, but around the arcade you can kind of hear the other one, and it's quite interesting. It happened quite often in a lot of our arcades, just due to the popularity of some of the games. Some of them arcades featured, doubles or triples sometimes of some of the games. Anyway, that's just a quick an attempt at first level. Wake up. Game over. Right, so let's play on the original hardware now. Same story. I'm just going to try and get a shot of the screen and the control panel just a little bit. It's probably good. Okay, let's try it out and see how we go. Okay, so okay, stage 1. Okay, front line on the earth. Yeah, no, again, we're playing with microswitch joystick. I think for this game and a lot of the Neo-Geo games, I think microswitch joystick does feel better and does kind of help the game out. I think it was probably designed around a microswitch joystick to start with, so the developers were already molding the games around that to suit that style, if it makes any sense. I know a lot of the older games use lead switch joysticks, and were designed around that technology because that's what they had at the time. So yeah, I do think it's quite a major factor. Oh, very good. I think it's a very good thing to consider. In fact, a lot of the games too, even I must be quite honest, these games are designed to be run on a CRT monitor, so hence why they look so good on a CRT monitor, because they're designed to run on a CRT monitor, they're not designed to run on an LCD. So I always go back to my original roots there, or my heritage in CRTs, because these games were meant to run on them. They just don't look good on an LCD. This period, this doesn't work. Now again, I'm not against people using LCDs to emulate games. Please don't say anything like that, or don't categorize me as one of those guys. But from a purist point of view, in the corner, from a purist point of view, I have to tell you that CRT is just the way to go with games made in the early 80s and the early 90s. It's just no other way to do it. Oh, I'm going to be dead anytime soon. Okay, I'm really not playing as well as I did last time. I don't know if that's because I'm bad at this game, or whether there's a difference in the input lag to my detriment. I don't know. I don't really think it's either of those, honestly. Bah! Take that. No, again, I must say, it feels very, very, very good on this original hardware. But is it down to the control? I don't know. I suppose the next proper test, if I'm going to do it properly, is to put a digital, or put a microswitch control on the other machine, and then do another test. That might actually be the way to go. So I can rule out any form of issue with the leaf switch joysticks versus the originals. Okay, well, I did get a bit further than the last time. Oh, sure. Okay, fair enough. Let's go. I'm going to shoot one of those balls again. Okay. So I'm going to charge up the power and try to get rid of these minions. Whoosh. Oh my gosh, that was silly. Walk straight into that one. Okay, so I got a little bit further in on the original hardware. Beautiful graphics, my gosh. Oh, okay, fourth. Well, in conclusion, I can't really tell you that I prefer one over the other. In fact, they both are pretty much exactly the same as far as I can kind of tell. It's going to take a bit more playing possibly to really know the difference between the two, and I'm going to definitely keep that up. And I'm really considering possibly installing microswitch control on player 2 side, just so that I can keep my original games on Leaf and then just have this as a test. I think I'm possibly going to do that. It's going to be quite a thing to do, but yeah, I think it's essential to do that in order to really know the difference in feel between the two machines. In any event, I hope you enjoyed that video. That's the end of the 4-part series on my Neo-Geo Resurrection cabinet project. Have a good arcade gaming week, and Arcade Sunday out. See you again.